This is an introduction to Lesson 23, the mini project of creating a flyer game. So we're going to read the description here. It says, in this flyer game, the player tries to collect coins, and the rocks push the players across the screen. When the player goes off the screen, the game is over. So we're going to play it a couple times, and I am controlling my flyer with my keys, my up and down arrows, and I'm trying to collect this coin. You can see that as soon as I go off of the screen, I'm getting a message that says the game is over. I'm also trying to avoid these rock looking things. So we can see what happens when I'm touching the rock, like I'm not able to go anywhere. So those are obstacles. I'm trying to collect the coin. So there are some things that you have to have in your game, and that's going to be, if we look at our rubric and our project guide, we have to have you have to have a player that's trying to collect an object. You have to have obstacles that the player is trying to avoid, and when the player goes off the screen, the game is over. Those items have to be in your game. If you want to, just like our last one, if you want to try to just recreate this exact game, feel free. If you want to add different or have different characters, that's fine. But the basis of the objective of the game is going to be the same. You can't change that. So the other thing I want to do right now is go ahead, and since we've looked at this a couple times, I want to go ahead and take a look at the rubric as well of how you're going to be graded. So when we're down here looking at the rubric, I'm going to be grading you on that the project guide is turned in and completed. That again, you are effectively using white space, good naming conventions, indentations, and comments. So I need to see comments in your development of this. In algorithms and control structures, the game includes multiple different interactions between sprites. So for instance, that's going to be my player trying to collect coins and the player interacting with the obstacles, and responds to multiple types of user input. So we've got multiple different keys that I'm able to use. Regarding position and movement, so we need to see complex movements such as acceleration. Moving in a curve or jumping is included in multiple places in the program. So remember, acceleration is going to be achieved by using velocity x or velocity y in the counter pattern. So we need to see lots of complex movement in multiple places. So if you only have a complex movement one time in your program, that will not earn you full credit. And then your game is going to include multiple variables that are updated during the game and affect how the game is played. So if you notice in our game, one thing it did not have was it did not have a score. But from our last project, you know how to keep score. So if you're interested in adding in a variable to keep score, that would be a great idea. And if you need to reference lesson 20 to do that, then go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is an overview of level 2 and the rubric for creating your flyer game.